Hello, it's me, T, here with our residential regular stream on Tuesdays, where I seem to forget what time it is for, and also because depending on the day, my schedule kind of changes. I'm a little late, but I honestly use today as a day of rest because work has been work, and some days it gets harder than others, and today's used mainly just to rest because I had asthma issues earlier in the day. But there's lots to do, lots to tackle, as usual. And uh, I felt the sneeze before. I really was like, please, I prefer not to sneeze now, and I would like to sneeze later, but that didn't help. It'll happen. Anyways, I have some quick, small things to do. Mainly to not sign up, but uh, to pay for my weekly therapy. Well, not weekly, but bi-weekly therapy, because I can't exactly afford to do um, weekly ones. But yeah, so we're back with the usual stuff, self-care. My skin has been feeling really nice lately, so it's like, do I need to add a face mask? Not really. And so I'm just like, I know I say every 2 weeks, but honestly, I just judge it based on does my skin just feel horrible or not? Can I do that time? I guess I could. Yeah, why not? I have that time. Let's do it. Let's schedule that one. And remember that it's at a time. Which should be fine for me. Just let's see. Yeah. Hmm. What do I write in my journal today? For therapy. I kind of just forget what I should do, you know? Kind of happens. Hi, Mulgar Grave. How are you? Understandable. Do you have a busy day today? Yeah. Hmm. I don't know why, but so far, like when we speak, I always feel like there's always like an event you have to do, and then there's something that has to be with fishing. Yeah, I could see that you like fishing. Uh, hmm. Like self-sustaining, and it's kind of free. Hmm. What's like the most recent like wildlife that you've seen, and then what's like the best wildlife you ever seen? Oh, I don't know why, but I was like thinking, how do you see dolphins from there? But then I'm like, I guess you could see off the Gulf. Uh, aw. Yeah, dolphins are adorable. And then I guess one thing that ruined it was just like finding out about dolphins and what they actually do. But that's besides the point. Uh, well, dolphins are known to do bad things, and that's. I'll just leave it at that. Cause I don't think I would like to like say it on stream. I guess. Oh, do do do. I understand. don't know if I've seen any sea turtles in real life. But I know that they're cute. I mean, if you see free food, you have to take it. Oh, hi, Tricks for Rats. Doing alright. Yourself? I mean, I would probably just let them eat my stuff. I'll still catch something at some point, somehow. Oh, that too. I mean, some people also fish without hooks. So I guess that's why I was like, I let them eat my food. And also, Tricks, I am not playing any games today. Today is just a chill existence of self-care. That's why hence just the big screen. Uh, this is one of the days where I don't play games. Wednesday, well, tomorrow, and all the other days are days that I do play games, such as like Redfall. Thursday nowadays, it's gonna be whatever I feel like. And then Friday, I think we'll go back to Cassette Beast at some point, and Sunhaven. Oh, I always said that I'm not playing any games today. Today is very much just chill existence, lo-fi, some reading, and whatever happens really. Kind of like a self-care day, just to relax. But on other days, I tend to like play Sunhaven, uh, whatever game I really feel like, and Cassette Beast. So and Redfall. So this is like the non-gaming day, just to like make sure that I acquaint myself to take care of myself. Like forced time, do it. So like a bit of like journaling and whatnot. Also, one thing great when we talk about like protected animals, I keep thinking about like there are places of like black markets who will still like catch things that are protected and still eat them. I think it was one of those videos that I watched one time about just people eating exotic foods, and then there's like a subsection of like, oh, here you want to buy these, but they're also protected. It's illegal, but we still sell them. Well, for today, I gotta get back to the other chapter once I'm done with the journaling stuff. Is Stop Overthinking, a book about not overthinking. Because there are many days where I tend to just like sit down and let my thoughts run rampant, or just like too much happens at once and I get overwhelmed. And so far, it's been helping me have like healthier habits of thought. But first, this journal, because this journal is like, it's there. I gotta at least do it once. I haven't been doing as much as I like used to back when my own personal like mental health was atrocious. And I wanted to say that was like 3 months ago, but like slowly I've written less and less, but I'm still using it because having a space to have your own thoughts is quite pleasant. And so like it's not like a jumble thing. I don't tend to read classical reading, I guess. I don't know. Like when I read, which is very little as it is, I tend to read more of just like whatever book catches my eye and seems like something that I would enjoy. And so when it comes to like nonfiction, I tend to I don't know, if a book really bores me, I'm like, no, we'll leave you here. But then if there's like a book that has like an interesting title or like looks like it's a good aesthetic or has topics that seem interesting enough, I'll be like, I'll get that. But when it comes to like let's say webtoons and like comics, those are a lot of easier to read because you have the art to like look through them and then the different genres. With like regular books, I don't know. It's actually I do know. It's like, if it doesn't catch me, I'm sorry. We have to leave you. Like I'll still pursue it for like a couple of chapters, but I'm learning that if I don't really enjoy it, I don't need to continue. Is it just because of the lack of time, or for what reason is it like you started slacking? I wish there was more emotions to pick with this entry. There's only like literally they give you an option of 36, but those aren't really all the feelings about this. I guess I'll do this one. Sure. It's a very short phrase. Okay, that's done. Close that. I think there was like a lot of things that build up from my personal like overthinking sense, and that's just mainly because of one, having unhealthy hours of sleep, but also just like too much stress is not good for anybody, but also too little stress is not good. And it's like finding that personal median. And at that time of life, or a lot of my life, I would have like high levels of stress, and that like accumulated to having more and more worries and being more pessimistic about certain aspects. And those compiled over time to where I hadn't done much to solve them or to let go of them, and so they just kind of like compiled to a large amount, and being overwhelmed by that amount and then just like not being able to do them because it was like the fear and undaunting like task of there's so much to do and figure out, but I feel like I don't have the time or energy, and then when put on the spot because of everything, it's like caved down and really just stopped me from doing anything. but figure but this year has been like a lot of figuring out the goals that I want to tackle and like breaking them down into pieces, because a lot of the things that we think are simple goals actually require a lot more steps to do. Like, for one, for me was reading. Like, oh yeah, you can read a book, but how much are you gonna do? How long will you sit? How often? Like, there's so many questions when it comes to a simple task that if you break it down, it is possible. And I think that's why like I do the stream, because it sets time aside for me to tackle topics that I don't always enjoy reading, but it like has me set aside breaking this like book down into bits, so where it's like I'm not sitting there reading for hours on end and then like, oh, I learned it all, but it gives me time to like read it and actually like process the book itself, and also not to get bored out of my mind. I'm not saying these books are boring, but I feel like after a certain point I would just be like, I need to do something else, or I might be here for hours. It depends on like my mood as well. And tricks, I do understand that. Like, there are just some things that you could just sit on hours on end and do. And I feel like it's also just based on, like, what are you interested in? Like, if you have me do something that I don't really have a full mind for, then I would, but I have to do it. It takes me forever. Like, I'll sidetrack, like, oh, I want this snack. And then I'll come back to it. And then, like, oh, I have to still do this. There's a timeline. I think that's why, like, for me, when I studied school and whatnot, I really liked shoving everything last minute, because I knew there's a deadline, and it was just a lot more fun for me to tackle it all at once, even though that's like a lot to do. Oh yes, One Gun Grave. I did listen to that song. I don't know why, but I forgot. But I did listen to it. Um, it was definitely interesting. Then I also watched him like do his like single performance in like a tailor's shop, and just like a couple of people, just like, oh, how casually he just does it there. All right, and then for me, I'm gonna go back to the book, chapter 4, How to Find Instant Zen. Oh, it's a chunky, well, I wouldn't say it's a chunky chapter. Decent amount. Yeah, it paired with the other book pretty well. No, you're fine. I mean, the only thing with me is that if I start talking, I kind of just like keep going. And then it's like, oh, I know I need to read this, but I also know that, I am on the stream, so I kind of do just need to talk, so I don't mind. And I feel like one day I'll just have to like continue on my task while everybody else is chatting, you know? There's also nothing wrong with that. Letting chat do its chats. Hi, Puma. You still playing the train game? Just reading. Our lovely, self-care stream where we just exist. How did you fail it? And why didn't you? Hmm. But why? What tech did you need? Oh, I also cracked out because I finally used a full page, a booklet of sticky notes, and also these are actually recycled sticky notes, which is nice. So I can finally crack open a new like sticky notepad because apparently, I hadn't done that. What color do I want to use? I want to use the blue one because that's kind of what the. We'll use blue. We'll continue with the blue ones because I've been using them for the book, and I need the colors to be the same, just cause. Eh. Oh, so when will you be able to lock longer tunnels? Pen, pen, pen. Oh, well, how do you unlock stuff in this game for like tech? And then, but how do you gain research points? 'Cause I actually don't know the game. Oh, so basically you have to wait for time to proceed in the game. Does it take long to rack up those points? Like, how fast is a month, I guess, in the game? Oh, okay. So maybe you'll be able to rack it up quick enough to actually get what you need. Oh. But it would take a while, a little bit longer on like regular speed. If you do play in regular speed rather than 3 times speed. I think I would play maybe on 2 times speed if I were to play a game like that. Just because I like it to be a little bit faster, but I also would actually like to be able to do things as time proceeds. Or maybe I would just play it in regular speed, because that's someone who, I don't know, for games that require time, I'll just like vibe. Oh, that's an interesting take. There's no option between, just 1 or 3. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Also, I don't remember when these sticky notes were that thick. I don't know. I was used to like using just half the size for like the longest time because I had been going through this so slowly. Okay, 6 techniques/lessons. Oh, I should probably move this. I was like, I need somewhere to write, and I'm writing in like a horrible position. Are you sure you're gonna sleep, Puma? I would say it's not that late, but nope, it's getting late. Alright, well, you rest well. I'll see you at some point. I wish I could say the same. Laters. Hmm. Awareness of abdominal sensation. Oh, sorry, abdominal. Abdominal. Not abdominal. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I kept on thinking about abominable snowman for some reason. Do, 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 do. Sometimes I just have like trouble speaking. I think that's just one of these days. Huh. I just roll with it. Because there are days where I'm not going to be perfect with it. And I'll just be flustered. Because it's not like we can always say the right things at the right time. And sometimes, oh, Linux. Yeah, thank you for coming by. Today is just, you know, kind of a relaxation, nothing crazy for gaming. That'll be another day where it's actually kind of funny that today is like a relaxing day, and tomorrow is where it's just guns and screaming. Guns, screaming, and vampires. And me just like, no, none of that, please. But also, feel free to have any questions or anything you want to talk about, because I will just be reading slash studying, kind of. Everybody has their own way when it comes to like messing up their speech patterns. Like, sometimes I'll just be in denial, like, I know I didn't say that. No, I didn't. I said this. Or, like, oh no, not that word. What was the word? I don't know. I just find it funny. Hmm. Feel, and then interesting technique of, if you need some moment to like calm down, like find a comfortable. Everything kind of starts with like find a comfortable space, and it's where you could just sit down, breathe, and like just really focus in on yourself, and then like doing an affirmation of like I am calm, and like putting your mind at first, but then you start like saying it to each and every body part, kind of like breaking it down until you're fully calm, and then slowly you kind of return by saying like this is awake. Kind of interesting. I think I don't know why, but I can't recall a specific scenario. But there's definitely times where, like my friends and I, we do have the moment of saying like the wrong word, and it's, don't you mean this? And then we have a laugh, and I feel like it happens a lot. It's like words are hard when you want to find the right and correct word to say, but you just can't find it. So you say a different word, and it doesn't help the conversation, nor does it help your point. And then once you find the right word, you're like, "This is what I meant." It's like, you meant that word, but that doesn't. The word you said has nothing to deal with what you're with what you're trying to say. Like there's two different points and two different words. Hmm. Like how the book says, it's gonna take time for these techniques to really show its benefits, and it's really a lot about. I think a lot of things. Okay, maybe I keep saying it a lot, but when it comes to being healthy for yourself, it's always about putting the time into it and making a routine, because you can't expect instant results to happen. It's like overnight, oh no, I'm like a totally different person, which some people it works, but in order for its full effects to come on, you have to have a routine and you have to make sure that it stays consistent. Because once it's like in your system, then it is something that is, what's the word? Then it becomes kind of, I like words. Then it becomes a part of you, and then it becomes easier to do, and then that's like almost like automatic. I mean, as long as like your grandfather or one gun was able to still communicate what they wanted, that should be fine. But if it's like too vague and you just don't know what, then that's a little bit different. But what was it? No, but I'm used to that. My mother would always, actually, my mom and grandma would both do it. Like, can you get this thing? I, and I would look at them and say, "What do you mean by thing? Like anything? Like go to my room and get this thing." But what is this thing? You have to tell me specifically, because if I don't know what it is and I grab you the wrong thing, I'm gonna get yelled at. That's kind of cute. Because it's currently talking about guided imagery and visualization, kind of like meditating, but more of focused in different sense. Like meditation is mainly just to, at least in my eyes, calm, sit down and breathe and just empty your thoughts. But guided imagery and visualization is more focused on one, calming down, but also kind of like letting your imagination run free to where it can bring you to a point of you find somewhere that you find peaceful, or it makes you feel like a an emotion where you're not with all this overwhelming thought, and creating like a space that is yours if you need to like relax, but at the end of it, like imagining wrapping it up, or like an element that will allow you to like come back to it, like the idea they say like of folding the image in, like it's a space that you can always unfold and come back into. Mm. Nation and freedom. Mm-hmm. I feel called out. They're like, which is why sufferers of chronic stress can experience aches, pains, and muscle tightness and tension headaches. Well, too much stress causes bodily pains. Hmm. I feel like because I haven't written in a while, my writing's getting a little bit more sloppy. Tensing your face was head up. Okay, let me see. No. Okay. Hmm. Alrighty, another book chapter done. How many chapters do we have left, actually? Okay, there's chapter 5, which is a total of 36 pages, and the final chapter is like 27? 20, 28. We might have to break down, if I ever get to that chapter, maybe into 2 parts? We'll see. Because I like healthy amounts of reading when it comes to more realistic books. It's just like, there's so much information that I like processing. I like processing it in bits and pieces. Because that's just like how my mind likes to function and take it over. And maybe I might forget it, but, you know, small bits and pieces. Now what am I looking for? Ah, yes. I think my last bit for today is kind of doing some readings. Why not? Let's crack open my lovely tarot. Shuffle. Alright, let's go have one for myself. Like, will I have a good week? flip. The Princess of Wands. And when I say week, I guess then until the next time when we stream. Oh, and I say Princess of Wands. Here, let me show you owls. That's our lovely card for today. Well, for me at least. I was gonna single card readings because they're like peaceful. They're like nothing too demanding. Alright. Basically, it's saying like this upcoming week is kind of like a good thing to like pursue change, but more of like creative change and taking chances. And I guess I'm really excited about that. I mean, I was already heading on my way for it, but this helps like kind of like reinforce the idea of I'm getting there. Alright, let's put her back. Let's do a card for the viewers. What kind of week will you guys have? And I hope it's good. But if not, you know, not all cards are meant to be perfect. It could be something about insightfulness. And I'm gonna be a little bit more generic with this one. What card do we pick for you guys? That one. Alright. You guys got a 7 of Wands reversed. Lots of wands today. What does it mean? I say lots of wands, but these are only second wands. If like our last card is a wand, then that's a lot. Alright, so it talks about this week is more of a week of challenges. Kind of more along the line of there's like a lot of things coming at you at once. And I guess that makes sense because the art style is really reflective of being overwhelmed. Like imagine a person being upside down and just having a bunch of like wands pointed at them. There's a lot. And I think it's more of like the card's talking about finding that good grounding of what to tackle and like just break it down, because in the end when it comes to anything that's overwhelming or pointed at you at once, if they're all pointed at you, you're not going to tackle them all at once. You're going to take them one by one. And so no matter whatever challenge you guys are facing or whatever comes your way, as long as you're able to tackle it one at a time and just break it down to pieces that are manageable, or that you're able to handle, should be fine. What's a week without a challenge? Because there's 7 days, there's 7 different cards. I'm not saying that every day, sorry, not 7 different cards, 7 different wands in that, but not every day is gonna be a challenge. But I do know like some people that do watch the stream and that I know they have like a lot of things on their plate, and I really do hope that they're able to, well, have a good balance. You know, I wouldn't want them to be overwhelmed. I wouldn't wish that upon them. And I think the last card would be like a silent personal card, mainly for myself. We'll see. What do I want to ask? Actually, let's ask this. How will I do in my pursuance of careers? This one. Nine of Swords reversed. Ooh, that doesn't look too good. I don't know, when I think of swords, I think of like very much like stabby. But it is reversed. Like normally it'd be this way. But this way it seems like the blades would just fall out. Because normally carp means anxiety, worry, and distress. But the other way around, it means mindful, conscious choices and thought patterns. Ah, yeah. Like, I'm becoming more knowledgeable about things that are weighing against me and what to do with them. And with these tools, I'm able to, at least in the upcoming bits, gonna be able to manage it. And I don't think I even need cards to tell me that. But, no, having some information is nice. And that, I'll find my way. I'll make it to affiliate. I'll find a job that makes me, well, I know a job will make me happy. And, you know, one day, one step at a time, we'll get there. And that's kind of a good note to end everything on. I don't need a face mask because my skin feels smooth. Not for this week, but maybe next week. We'll see. If I become crackly and dry, you'll see me with a mask. Whether it's like the simple face mask or a mud mask or whatever. But one day at a time, we take care of ourselves. And one day at a time, we trek on. Anyways, thank you for those who came by today. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. And, you know, feel free to follow. Does it? I don't know what the words. I had a brain fart. But feel free to follow. Every little bit helps. And if you see this on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm always ready to chat. And if you're see this on YouTube, feel free to come by. Like you want to see it live and you just want to exist and vibe. Anyways, DG Double T, existing.